update can you give us about his injury, please?
Yeah, it's concerning. There's no doubt about it. I think that we'll have a better idea. He's obviously got to get a picture and go in and see exactly what's going on. But all I can say right now is once we get that scan and we get more information, then we'll be able to see what the timeline is from there. But it is certainly concerning. After all the work that he did, it's just unfortunate to see that on the field tonight, because he even in the limited minutes that he played in the last 2 matches, he gave us a boost.
Next, we have Michael Batista.
Coach, there's no doubting that Orlando City is a good team, but do you think that the type of performance tonight that the Rebels put in, is it at least partially attributed to the fact that you guys have been going straight 2 games a week for 4-something weeks?
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it that that's an element to tonight and where we were and the performance. But what I would say to that is, I think the first goal, we obviously don't get this play right. But I think we get a lot of things right in the first half, and again we create some good opportunities. And even whenever we go down a man, we still stay in and we fight. And I think you have to give the guys a lot of credit to the output that they had on the night and everything they put into the game. Even going down, whenever Lewis was down, we still continued to fight to try to get a goal back in the game. And that's not a moral victory, but I think it does say a lot about the group through this long stretch. We're 4 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws. I think that we made a lot of positive progress, and tonight's disappointing not to finish it off with the win.
Next, we'll go to John Lupa.
Troy, the decision to start Corey Burke and Tom Barlow and not start Dante. I mean, it seems Corey and Tom are similar players, so can you just talk about that?
I think Corey deserved and earned another start from his performance the other night in Miami, and physically I think he was able to recover, so I was happy with that. And Dante, Dante, after being out for 6 weeks, he played a lot of minutes against Cincinnati, played a really hard shift for Seattle, even though it was only 45 minutes. And then he came in and he put in another really hard shift in Miami, so we had to weigh that's a factor going into today and how we wanted to start the game. And I think Tom, he gets into really good positions, and I would have loved to have seen him score a goal as he did the other night.
Next, go to James Burrow.
Thanks, Coach. I think if there's one bright spot that we can take away from this, I think welcoming some players back. I know Lewis goes down again, tough situation there, but Luquinhas coming in obviously had that terrific run that led to the goal against Miami and some great plays again today. Can you talk about what it's been like having him back in the team and his impact?
Yeah, I think it's nice to have Kyle back in the mix and Frankie as well, and that's really important. Hopefully we can, maybe get Omir back in this break as well. To Luquinhas, I mean, I think the stadium comes alive whenever he gets on the ball. Everybody sits on the edge of their seat and they're waiting to see if he can make something happen. And I think we were able to get the ball to him in good positions, and we have to continue to do that. He has to get on the ball as much as possible, because that's how we're going to be successful breaking down the opponent. And it's very good to see him come back for 3-4 performances before the international break.
Next, we go to Gary Rudman.
Coach, shortly after the final whistle, you and your team had a huddle. You guys would just want to know what was discussed in that, if you can. And as a follow-up question, now that the break, you guys got a couple of weeks before your next game that happens on the 21st, what is pretty much on your to-do list in the meantime during your break?
Yeah, this was something that actually came from one of the players after the Open Cup match in DC United, where Carlos said right at the end of the match, let's get together, let's make sure that we stay really strong as a group. And this was a day after I transitioned into this role, and I really like that. I think that showed a lot of leadership from Carlos, and we kept doing that ever since, through wins, draws, and a loss tonight. And I think there's solidarity in that. And the message to them was simple. I think that they put a lot of effort into the match, and maybe they deserved a little bit more. But most importantly, after that, we have to go thank the fans. The fans were fantastic tonight. I mean, this was the stadium was, I thought, was one of the best atmospheres that I've been a part of here.
Hey guys, we have time for 2 more questions with Coach. First, we'll go to Anthony Merced, and then we'll finish up with Daniel Rebane.
Hey, Coach. Given the reaction in the second half, what was the conversation like and the mood like backstage? Was there a lot of anxiety that led to what happened at the start? Can you speak to that?
Anxiety for
Anxiety after the first half, leading into then.
No. I think we felt really good actually. We were disappointed to give up a goal clearly, but we felt like we had moments in the first half as well that we controlled and we created chances, and we felt really confident coming into the second half. And the game changes with a decision, I think, and it's a completely different game at that point.
And we'll finish up with Danny Rubin.
How you doing, Coach? Obviously, you talk about the decision. You go down to 10 men with Andres getting the second yellow. Could you just talk about the decision not to bring on Hassan and Dom to kind of stabilize the defense going the rest of the half?
Yeah, I think we could have done that. I mean, Haas has done an incredible job whenever he's come in, but we looked at it a different way and said, how do we not maybe just keep it at 1-0 and we feel satisfied with that? How do we bring on another attacking player, another creative player? And there's risk in that, but I think you'd rather see it that way than just sit in and we just finish up the game 1-0. I'm really proud of the guys tonight, even though it's a tough result.
Coach, thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time.